The stock market is correcting. And although you may be wondering, what should you be doing if you're a long term investor? The answer is very simple: buy the dip. At least that's what I'm doing. The stock market has had a huge run up, and honestly, I love an opportunity to buy at cheaper prices. In this video, I'll explain why I believe it has been a good time to buy, what I'm buying, and where I think markets can bounce from. Now, before we get started, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It's your favorite investor, and this is the channel to help keep you invested and build your wealth. Now, let's get into it, man. Y'all can see I'm pulling up the SPY chart right now, and I just want to explain to you guys why I believe it has been a good time to buy. For the most part, for all of 2023, we have been running up. From about March of 2023, we kind of hit this bottom down here at around 385, and we've been running up pretty much ever since, all the way up until July 2023. Now, we've had a pretty good run. I think at one point the stock market was up about 16%, and I'm talking about the actual S&P 500, which on average is only goes up about 10% a year. Now, in order for us to witness that, we've pretty much gone straight up. We haven't had really any major pullbacks, and right now we're experiencing our first major correction. Like I said, we probably peaked around July, and we've been kind of bouncing and chopping up and down for the last few months. Now, right now, we're getting ready to retest 412 on the SPY, which I believe is a pretty good zone to see if we're going to hold this zone or bounce from this zone. So, in my opinion, I have taken opportunities to add at these levels. I've added at around 425. I've also added a lot here at 412. So, in my opinion, this has been a really good opportunity to continue to buy and add to your long-term portfolio with what we have been experiencing in the stock market. Now, the S&P 500 hasn't been the only thing that I've been buying. I'm also a huge advocate of ticker symbol XLK. I like some of the prices that it has come back down to. It's currently trading in the $160 range. This range right here is a pretty good range for me to start adding into and continuing to add to my technology portfolio. I really do like tech. I think tech is going to continue to lead us into the future, and it's one of those plays that I really have a high conviction in. I do like the S&P 500, but when you go back and you look at the XLK ticker symbol, this has greatly outperformed the QQQ and the S&P 500 over the last decade. And I believe that a pure technology play is something that should be in my portfolio and I should have some exposure to. So this year was definitely one of the years that I wanted to continue to add to this position. Unfortunately, I started adding a little bit too late after the run-up already occurred, but I do believe that going forward, we will still continue to see some major growth. If you guys are a long-time follower of the channel as well, I've also had SCHD in my portfolio. SCHD has been getting brutally assaulted this year, so I did take advantage and add some more into my portfolio. Currently sitting at about 300 shares, and I would like to get to about 400. I have a cash secured put that I think I'll finally get triggered on, so hopefully this ends up adding an additional 100 shares to my portfolio, and if I have some extra cash, I'll definitely continue to add that as well. Now, going back to the charts, I do believe that this is an area that markets will bounce from, this 412 zone. I just can't confirm that yet, right? We don't have a crystal ball in front of us. We don't know if that's what's actually going to happen and how high it'll actually bounce from this area. We have been in a pretty decent downtrend since July, but like I said, 412 seems to be a good zone. There's two gap fills that have been left at around the 407 and 397 mark. So we could end up going back down there and retesting that and then bouncing from those levels and seeing where we end up in 2024. Keep in mind seasonality. Usually October ends up being a positive month. And this month we've actually been pretty negative, and it looks like we're going to close that way. November and December, you guys know in December we have the Santa Claus rally, so there might still be some upside left this year. It has been a fantastic year, but we have given up some of the gains that we have experienced. And I'm here to tell you guys, man, it is the stock market. We should be understanding that these are some of the things that are going to happen in the stock market. You know what I'm saying? We're going to experience these fluctuations, and it's just some of the things that you have to roll with when being a long-term investor, man. But anyways, if you made it this far in the video, I hope you got some value from it. Be sure to check out the besteventcalculator.com to start putting together your plan to build wealth. As always, thank you for watching, and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more financial content. It's your favorite investor, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.